Welcome friends. This is going to be the first video in a series that I'm going to make for how to actually make your coaching business sustainable, reliable, and actually scale it or grow it to a way where you feel like it's working for you. And in this video, I'm going to break down the situation as it might be for you right now when you're starting out. And I'm going to walk through all the aspects of this, and we're going to do it step by step. So let's start with the very beginning. When you start out, where you probably are right now, or where you've been in the not too distant past, is that you had a passion or a feel that you wanted to do something for people. And you happen to choose coaching as the vessel to do it. Or you might be thinking about using coaching as the way to actually do this. And it's a good choice. It's a good choice, but there's a lot of pitfalls that you might end up in if you don't handle them early on, so to say. The easy part is normally to get going and get the first, maybe the second client. Because in your existing already network of people, already the people you know that you're talking to and that you actually know in your network right now, you already have maybe 2-3 people that are your ideal client. And I'm going to talk more about the ideal client in tomorrow's video, but for now, let's just start with that. So you decide to go for it and you start talking to people, and you might quite easily be able to find the first or the second client. And you also might be able to get them some decent results. The problem normally is that you get really good results, but you didn't charge them anything. You did it for free, meaning that it's kind of hard for you to say you made money as a coach. And this happens to be one of the first blocks that people run into. Since you didn't charge anything, you basically just did it for free, meaning it kind of feels more like a hobby. And this is a problem because it's not a hobby, it's a way of life, and it's a way of actually earning an income and actually having a sustainable business. So when you have those two clients, normally people forget to do the most important thing with those two. Oh, startled the dogs, sorry about that. It's actually getting them to tell others about you, and not just telling their friends, but actually doing a video where they do a testimonial for you. If they didn't pay anything for the actual coaching you helped them with, at least have them do a testimonial and tell the world, or let them tell the world about the results they had working with you. And a suggestion here is that you actually write down a couple of questions you want them to answer. Don't just tell them, hey, can you do a testimonial for me? Because what's going to end up happening is they're going to do a video that isn't really structured, and that's going to be hard to actually get any good parts out of. So give them a few very specific questions to actually answer. Those type of questions could be, what was the biggest benefit of the coaching? How did this impact my life, or your life rather? Would this be beneficial to you in the long run? And things like this, things that are actionable and reliable right now, that made a difference for them right now. An excellent time to do this is right after they've finished with the coaching you do. So make sure you get those testimonial videos, because you're gonna need those in the marketing. Not necessarily, but it's a good thing to have, right? So make sure you get those at least. Then it's time to actually start looking at getting the client number 3, 4, and 5. And this is where people normally start to struggle. Because somewhere down the line here, you're going to run out of people in your immediate friendship, or in the immediate area of friends and contacts you have. And it's going to gradually getting harder and harder to actually find new clients. Meaning that you need to find people from the outside, either by finding them on Facebook or some social media platform, or going outside of your known territories to find them. And we're going to talk more about how to do that in the coming videos. But here is normally where people start to run into problems. And you need to address this early on, because if you don't do that, what's going to end up happening most likely is they're going to work with those 2 or 3 first clients, and hopefully you charge them some money. But then you're going to come into a point where it's hard to find more clients. Or you might have that problem at least. And if you don't address this early on, what's going to happen is over time, over the next few weeks or even months, you're not going to have any clients to work with, meaning that you will have spent a lot of money getting going, and then no one is actually paying you for the service. And we can't have that, right? We need to have you working with clients every month. And the way we do this, as I said, we're going to go into depth in the coming videos, but you need to really understand who you work with and what problem you solve. And life coaches specifically has a big problem here, because life coaching is such a catch-all type of thing. We say I'm a life coach. You really aren't. You work with a lot of specific areas of someone's life, and just diving deeper or digging deeper into this and understanding what specific area you work with is going to make a huge difference for your marketing and for your enrollment process. Because people need to know what you help them with, and you need to be able to be specific. That's why for instance, I work specifically with coaches, and 4 types of coaches: health coaches, life coaches, fitness coaches, and spiritual coaches. That's it. I don't work with all other types of coaches. I could, of course, because I can solve problems for those coaches as well. But I'm focused on a specific niche of people. And not only that, but I'm focused on the coaches that are just starting out or have started a business but hasn't really got the traction they wanted. That's why I'm specific, because this video that I'm doing right now, and if you watch this far and you're already running a hugely successful business, I might not add so much to you by telling you these things because you already know them. And if you're just starting out, this might be valuable information to you, because I know this is where most coaches run into problems, right? So being specific is going to help you a lot, trust me. Tomorrow I'm going to dig deeper into who you actually serve, and we're going to go over how to actually define that and how to be specific. Then we're going to continue looking at your offer, what you actually offer people, and how you can package that. And then we're going to continue going over all other aspects of the 5 steps that I call it for how to set up a successful coaching business. And if you want to get a jump start on this, you can go and get the guide that you find in the link below, where I actually put together a guide for you for how to set up a coaching business in a sustainable way that actually works for you. And you can go pick that up for free right away. And I suggest you do that. And we're going to go over all the aspects in the coming videos over the next few days. So guys, hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, or if you have anything you want me to talk specifically about, let me know. Take care now. Bye.